Good evening, my friends. I'm back in this freezing cold basement, so I'm not going to waste your all's time. I'm going to try to get this workout knocked out and taken down. I'm starting later than I like to tonight. Going to be reading from my utmost for his highest as usual, y'all. We are on February 2nd, of course. The compelling force of the call. As usual, I'm going to be skipping around this devotional because it is a long one, so I'm just going to be reading the highlights to y'all tonight. Woe is me if I do not preach the gospel. 1 Corinthians 9:16. Beware of refusing to hear the call of God. Everyone who is saved is called to testify to the fact of his salvation. That, however, is not the same as the call to preach, but is merely an illustration which can be used in preaching. There is nothing easier than getting saved because it is solely God's sovereign work. Look to me and be saved. Isaiah 45:22. Our Lord never requires the same conditions for discipleship that he requires for salvation. We are condemned to salvation through the cross of Christ, but discipleship has an option with it, if anyone. Luke 14:26. Paul's words have to do with our being made servants of Jesus Christ, and our permission is never asked as to what we will do or where we will go. God makes us as broken bread and poured out wine to please himself. To be separated to the gospel means being able to hear the call of God. Romans 1:1. Once someone begins to hear that call, a suffering worthy of the name of Christ is produced. Suddenly, every ambition, every desire of life, and every outlook is completely blotted out and extinguished. Only one thing remains: separated to the gospel. Woe be to the soul who tries to head in any other direction once that call has come to him. Beware of competing calls once the call of God grips you. This is a very, very convicting devotional, you all. And I've kind of had some devotionals already in January discussing this topic, but it is so important that when we hear and feel and sense the call of God in our hearts and on our lives, that we do not hesitate to follow without any hesitation whatsoever, that we follow him with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength. It's so important. And I think of times in the past when I have refused that call and either have waited to do what God was asking me to do, or I've procrastinated, or I've outright rejected him on it. And those times in my life are some of the most miserable, awful times in my life that I can remember. I cannot emphasize this enough. When we feel the call of God in our hearts, on our lives, we need to follow it instantly. And we need to give him full control and total surrender and put our total trust in him. He won't lead us down a bad path. He wants what's best for us. That may not be easy on the flesh, but it will be what's best for us spiritually, and that's what's ultimately important. So if you feel that call of God on your life, whether it be something as grand and wonderful as preaching or missionary work, or if it's something closer to home where God is calling you to be a better son or daughter, maybe God is calling you to be a better light and a better example in your circle of influence, don't hesitate to follow that call. It's so important that we immediately rise to the occasion and follow when Jesus calls us, because what an honor it is when he does call us. I love you guys. I'm sorry to not go longer. As I said, I'm cold. I want to get this workout done. I'm praying for you all. I appreciate you all so very much. And Lord's willing, I will see you in the next one. God bless you all.